to feed and nurture your psychic gifts. Lots and lots and lots of ways. One of the first things that I feel is very important, not just for nurturing your psychic gifts, but for our well-being in general, is journaling. And I often recommend this to students, that you not just journal for happiness or gratitude, but you journal and start making a note of all the hits you get, all the synchronicities that show up for you, and all the yeses you get from people when you are in a position to read for them or give them information and they give you positive feedback. And I'm sure you know that if you're looking at getting a new red car, you see nothing but red cars. Well, it's very similar in kind to that kind of thing with the psychic journaling. Whatever you focus on will appear and show up for you. So if you're looking for confirmation of doing a good job, of understanding the information and getting it correct, make a note of it, and the more you do it, the more these situations will arise and the easier it will become for you to understand that actually I'm quite good at this. Journal the date and the time, and what you intuitively know, and how it is around you. So, are you reading for somebody? Are you just picking it up? How do you feel in the moment? Am I seeing it, hearing it? Can I get confirmation about this, or am I just going to write it down and make a note? The more you focus on these kinds of things, the more accurate you get. The more you will want to do it anyway. So it's always a good opportunity to assess where you're going and how you're going with it. It's also very, very nice sometimes just to look back and say, well, actually, this is what I was doing then. This is how far I've come since that time, and journal it and see where you go. Never question it either. Just write it down, especially if it's guiding you to do something or not to do it. I remember being stuck in a car for 6 hours. It was one of the hottest days of that year, all because I got up in the morning and I thought I shouldn't be going somewhere. It was to see a friend, and I argued with myself, and I still went, even though I knew as soon as I woke up I shouldn't be doing it. And there was lots of troubles on the road, and so that was the last time that I actually ignored what I was being told not to do. Meditation is good for being in the now and will help to quieten the mind and calm the physical body so that the information is better understood within our own personal interpretation that comes into play. You don't have to have a guided meditation. You can just sit quietly and just focus on your breath, that kind of thing. But it just stills the mind and it allows all that other chatter to sort of like dissipate, and your mind then gets used to it, becomes calmer. So when you are getting these hits, this understanding that you're seeing in your mind's eye, hearing with your brain, you can understand them a bit better, and they are a lot more clearer. You can connect with a guide or similar, so that you know that you have the support from the unseen as well as the physical world. And that too may also enhance your confidence once you realise that there are people up there who will step forward to help you out. That could be a family member, could be a guide, a friend, anything like that. You can visualise or imagine. That is an amazing way to open your mind to what is not known by you as a rule. Again, I've said before that we restrict ourselves by what we know. So open up your mind to allow anything and everything to come in. Make it expansive. Our minds are phenomenal. As children, we use our imagination all the time and think it will be as this, as that, when we get older, etc., etc. So why not? Why do we stop that? Why do we just focus on that as a child? Why not keep on with that as an adult? Open up your mind and your imagination. Be as that child. Imagine your life as you wish to have it. It's the best way of attracting what you wish and what you need is through your imagination. and it's one of the best ways of enhancing your sixth senses. So if you're looking to further enhance your clairvoyance, your seeing, there are other little things that you can do to fine-tune it. So you can focus on an object, and if you focus on an object and you look at it and try and see the finest detail or the minutest detail, like a matchstick or something, then you can see, if you have a look, you can see the different patterns within the wood. So try focusing on an object and seeing the minutest detail. Sit in the dark and see what you can see. Your eyes soon become accustomed to the dark, and you will soon see shades of darkness. It's just how it is. Really have a look at some wallpaper or the pattern on a carpet or curtains. Anything that you come across during the day that draws your attention, really, really focus on it and have a good look. So that's one or two of the ways that you can enhance your sense of seeing, your clairvoyance, clairaudience, your sense of hearing. Turn everything off and listen to the silence, if there is such a thing. Because sometimes we think, oh yeah, we'll sit in the quiet, we'll sit in the silence, and you're still hearing certain things, birds outside, or a plane going over. It's very, very rare that you can actually sit and not hear anything. If you do hear something, then focus on it, because what will happen if you're focusing on the plane going over, then the sound of the birds will disappear. If you're focusing on the birds, then the sound of the plane will disappear. If you're focusing on the clock ticking indoors, then the sounds outside will disappear. So they just seem to fade away. You can remember someone's voice. That's sometimes quite difficult. Someone that you've either lost or you knew a while ago. So try and remember what their voice was like, or how they laughed. It's because people do have a very specific laugh. So try and remember how they laughed. If you're looking to exercise your sense of feeling, your clairsentience, remember how someone made you feel. And remember how it was in the moment. And when you feel it, make it positive and see how that feels for you. And then remember something that maybe made you sad and how that feels for you. If you're going to do the sad bit, then remember afterwards something happy, so you always leave yourself with that sense of a higher vibration. And remember the sense of feeling of joy and contentment, maybe, happiness, excitement. Where you went somewhere and you've never been before, and you were getting really excited about going somewhere to see something, or to experience something, and how that was making you feel. Really try and remember those kinds of feelings. Or the next time you're going somewhere and you've never been there before, and you get a sense of excitement or maybe a sense of fear, just feel into it, so you get that kind of understanding. When it comes to the sense of smell, smell can be so emotive, and it brings up all sorts of memories. But choose to smell, and everyday things. You're making a hot drink. Smell it. What does it smell like? Can you smell the milk within it? Can you smell the sugar in it? Can you smell the tea, the coffee? Breakfast. Whatever it is you have for breakfast, is there a smell that goes with each individual object? So food is usually a pretty good one. Ask people what perfume they're wearing or aftershave they're wearing, and ask them if it's all right for you to get close to them, so you can have a good idea of the perfume that they're wearing or the aftershave. And so you will remember it, because all this kind of knowledge and understanding will come in useful sometime, I promise you. Flowers in the garden, or a lot of the flowers that you buy in shops nowadays don't smell very much, but you know, old-fashioned flowers in the garden always had a lovely smell about them. Trees, when it rains, that lovely feeling of the wet earth, the damp earth, that lovely smell that comes with, you know, summer rain. Really smell into it and appreciate everything that you come into contact with. Tasting can go along with the smelling. You know, so when you're tasting food, taste each individual thing on its own, or put two things together and see how they taste. Can you separate them out when they're in your mouth? So yeah, tasting is really good. Drinking, it's not just about eating, it's about drinking too. So tasting, you can try it that way. Your sense of knowing. If I wake up in the morning knowing something, I never question it. Even if it contradicts something that I have thought before or what someone has told me, if I wake up in the morning and it's my truth, I never question it. When we go to sleep, we do cross a border, and so it's very easy for information to be given to us because we don't have the everyday inhibitions of when we're awake. So if I do wake up in the morning, if I know something, then that will be my truth, and it won't matter what it is. I will know that to be my truth. I won't question it. So sense of knowing, you have to go with it. If you know it, you know it. There's no question of it, you just know it. So I hope that's helped for this video. Please, by all means, you know, give feedback or ask questions. I don't mind. I'll do the very best I can to answer them. And I'll see you soon. Take care.